Sir, are you ready to take the oath of office?
I'm ready.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Richard L. Anderson,
I, Richard L. Anderson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the House of Delegates,
as a member of the House of Delegates,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And across the world, and I firmly believe that America is still the beacon for all. And so thank you for being here. You grace us with your presence. The week for all of us who are new, and there are 20 freshmen here in this class this year, 20% of the 100-member House of Delegates. And for us, we just literally feel the bath of history as we come in this room. When I came in here on Wednesday morning, when the Speaker gavelled the House into its opening session for the 2010 session of the legislature, of the House of Delegates, you could just feel, I could see my compatriots who had never served in this chamber just slowly take the sweep of every bit of this chamber and drink it in. And it's still the same. And I find that some of the more senior members of this body still have the same feeling that they hold close. And as long as they hold that close, as long as we hold that close, I think our democracy and our Commonwealth will continue to endure. So thank you for being here. And I would just like to say a few things about a few of you in this room, because I'm here because you helped, you worked, you prayed, you gave me encouragement. You were such a part. So when I sit in seat 61, where my mom sits, all of you sit there. That is not my seat. That belongs, lock, stock, and barrel, to the men and women and children and voters of my district in Prince William County who permit me for 2 years to sit in that seat. And so, thank you for being here. I would first like to simply thank the good Lord in heaven above who made it possible to be here. And then I would like to thank Ruth, because Ruth is the one who originally started me on this pathway. She has immersed herself in public matters in Prince William County as a volunteer, and it was through her that when I retired from the Air Force that this began. If it had not been for Ruth, and of course all of you who fell in behind her at a later date, and then the voters of our county, I would not have the privilege, and it's a privilege to serve here. I'd like to introduce some members of my family. I'd like to introduce my father, Dick Anderson, and my mother, Sue Anderson, in the back. Recognize these names. But there are people that during the course of my campaign urged me onward. These were older people, and they were dear friends of mine. All 3 of them died within the last year. And I would like to have the opportunity to merely speak their name on the floor of the Virginia House of Delegates because I told them that I would. First, General William M. Pat Patterson. Secondly, Colonel Nicholas J. Doc Canoes. And then thirdly, Colonel Louisa Struans Morris, all of whom urged me onward in this effort. I would also like to recognize and say the words of my paternal grandmother, Emma Lewis Woolwine Anderson. She always said, "It's your cart to a star." And that's what I have tried to do in this instance. And my father's brother, John Rutledge Anderson Jr., John, Buster as we used to call him. if I could have them here today with just